Hello, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So, match day 3 was exciting of the Champions League, Europa League and Conference Leagues. We are doing a little league. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what and how badly I did. Actually, I did quite well. No, not that well. I got 39 points. We'll do Champions League first. I'll show you what the results were, how I did in my predictions, and then we'll predict match day 4. Then we'll repeat and do the same for Europa League, and then lastly repeat and do the same for the Conference League. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do engage, join the league. Information in the box below the video on YouTube. And let's go. Okay, I played my booster because I think that Inter are such a cracking team this year. Obviously they reached the final of the Champions League last year, but I watch a lot of Italian football. I said 3-0 win over Salzburg. It wasn't as comfortable for 2-1, but I got 6 points for that. I wasn't doing too badly on this until Galatasaray ran out of steam, but for long periods of the game they looked like they were going to get either a draw or a win, the Turkish side. Very happy they're back in the Champions League. I said 1-1. It wasn't that in the end, but Galatasaray did score, so I got 1 point. Okay, I said Real Sociedad would win away to Benfica due to the form they're in domestically, 2-1. It didn't quite happen, it was 1-0 though, so 4 points to me. I said Napoli would beat Berlin. They're not having a great season, struggling domestically, coping with Champions League football midweek. I said 2-0, it was 1-0, so 4 points. I said Real to beat Braga 3-1, it was 2-1, 4 points. I said Lens would beat PSV. They drew 1-1, so I get a point for saying that PSV scored. And I said Arsenal would draw with Sevilla. I was close, but 2-1 win for Arsenal. So I got 1 point for predicting Arsenal 2. Again, this was a close game. I said 1-1. It was only 1-0 in the end. 1 point. I said a 3-0 win for Barcelona. It was 2-1, so 3 points to me. I said a draw between Feyenoord and Lazio. Surprisingly, Feyenoord beat Lazio 3-1. And I said Porto would beat Antwerp, judging on the way that Antwerp's second half against Shakhtar Donetsk went. And it was actually a 4-1 victory, so 3 points. I said Man City would not struggle out in Switzerland, 2-0 win, and it was 3-1, 4 points for me. I said Leipzig would win 2-1 against Red Star. They did, but not by the right scoreline, 4 points. I actually thought the Tombs would do it 2-1, but Dortmund managed to get a 1-0 win in St James's Park, so 1 point. And I said Milan would win 2-1. It was a 3-0 victory for Paris Saint-Germain, so well done to them, but not to me, 0 points. And I said Celtic would lose narrowly to Atletico Madrid. They didn't. Well done, the boys. 2-2, so 1 point to me. Okay, so what makes this interesting is the return fixture of all the matches. So these have just played each other the opposite way around. So Barcelona were at home, now they're away against the same team. I'm going to say 3-1. Okay, Dortmund. I think 1-0. I think Newcastle will get a draw. Porto Antwerp. I think Antwerp are a little bit out of their depth. They're also doing the same thing as Union Berlin and struggling domestically. They're nowhere near the top of the league. I'm going to say 2-0 to Porto. They're very good at home. Red Star Leipzig. I think Leipzig are a good team. I think it'll be close though. 2-1. Man City, Young Boys. I think it will be something like a 3-0. I'm so confident I'm going to play my booster as well. Milan, Paris Saint-Germain, I don't think we'll see another 3-0. Paris Saint-Germain, again, had to have like a 90-something minute winner. They're not doing brilliantly. I'm really shocked at that original scoreline. Milan will also be out for revenge. I'm going to say 2-1. Lazio Feyenoord. Lazio is so unpredictable this year. I think I'll go for a draw. Sit on that fence. And then Atletico Madrid, Celtic. Celtic. Sorry, Celtic. I think it's very difficult to win out there. Get a goal in the first half, Celtic chase, and then a breakaway goal at the end, 2-0. Real Sociedad Benfica. I gotta go for the win for the Basques. And Napoli Union Berlin. Oh god. 2-0, 3-1. I think it's gonna be 3-0. Napoli are picking up a lot of good. Well, they're doing really well. They're picking up some form. Salzburg Inter. I love this Inter team. I watched them beat my Roma team on the weekend. They are very good. 2-0. Real Madrid Braga. 2-0. Braga are a good team, but not many people will win in the Bernabeu. PSV Lens. Lens could win this, you know. I'm gonna say, oh, shall I sit on that fence? No, I'll go to 2-1. But Lens are capable of winning. Arsenal Sevilla, I think 2-1 to Arsenal. Copenhagen Man United. I think Copenhagen can win, and Man United has had a really bad result against their rivals. No one else agrees with me, so I'm gonna stick my neck out and say 1-0 to the Danish team. And lastly, Bayern against Galatasaray. Galatasaray will put up a good fight. It's not going to be 3-0, 4-0. They are ridiculous scorelines. No. I'm going to go for a 2-1. Maybe Galatasaray open the scoring and Bayern have to get 2. I'm really enjoying this Galatasaray team this year, I've got to say. Okay, so that is my prediction. And Navid is doing very well, leading by a point over Leonardo and DAC. I'm down in 113th. But by all means join the league, and that's the code. I'll put it in the info box below so you don't have to screenshot or anything. Shall we look at the Europa League then? Okay, here we go then. So I said 1-1 win. Well, I clearly didn't know what I was talking about because Molde beat Häcken, Norway against Sweden 5-1. I did not see that coming. Only 1 point for me. 0 points for me here. Well done to Rakov Czestochowa. I said Sporting would whoop them, and they had a 1-1. That is fantastic against a very good Sporting team. I said Atalanta would win out in Austria. 2-0 is 2-2, another surprising result. Real Betis to win, I got that one right. They beat Aris Limassol 1-0 in the end, not 2-0. I said Sparta Praha would beat Rangers 2-0. They were all over Rangers, I watched the match, but it was 0-0 in the end, so Rangers stuck out for a draw. I said Marseille to draw with AEK, but they were winning AEK, but they lost 3-1 in the end. Bachka Topola, I said would lose to Freiburg, they did. I predicted West Ham to beat Olympiacos, but I did hint at the beginning of this mini-series that Olympiacos and the other Greek teams are going to do well this year. So they did 2-1 win. I said, and I used my booster because I felt confident, Leverkusen, top of the Bundesliga, would beat Karabakh. I said 3-0, it was 5-1. I said Sheriff would draw with Servette 1-1. That was the only correct score I've had right so far, 6 points to me. I said Roma would win against Slavia Praha 2-1, it was 2-0. I said Panathinaikos to win, but they didn't, so that Greek effect already rubbished. Rennes won 2-1. For some reason I did... Oh, that game didn't happen, that's right. So, I assume... I don't know what they're going to do, because football in Israel is cancelled until at least December, so I'm not sure what's happening there. I said 3-1 win for Liverpool, it was 5-1 against Toulouse. I said 2-1 to Union Saint-Gilloise against Lask, that was the correct scoreline, so that's 2 I've had now. And I said Brighton to beat Ajax, who are bottom of the Eredivisie, unbelievably. I will do a video on that soon. But they won 2-0. I actually managed to get 44 points. We're all shocked. It's not my best. Oh no, my matchday 1 was better. Let's have a quick look at the league before I forget. I'm 29th. I'm doing much better. Niels de Wolf, Nico, and Jorda. Well done to you. Okay, let's predict. Hang on a minute. Let's predict matchday 4, and then we'll finish off doing the same with the Conference League. So I'm going to say 3-0. I think I might play my booster again. I'm thinking Leverkusen are going to get to the final at this point. It depends on the Champions League sides that come down, but Roma away. Yeah, I think we can win. It'll be tight though. I'm going to say 2-1 again. Servette Sheriff, shall I go for a 1-all again? Or do I think Servette will get... Servette might sneak it. Not many people think so though. I'm gonna stick my neck out at that point and say 1-0. Okay, and I don't think I can... If I were to predict, I would say that, but... Then Panathinaikos, I think 2-1 out in France. Toulouse, Liverpool, 3-0 maybe. Liverpool seem to be playing really well in this competition. Union Saint-Gilloise, I think they won't win in Austria. Ajax, Brighton. Ajax are just woeful at the minute. People are not predicting this, but I think it could be like a 2-0. Hecken Mulder. People are saying 1-0 or 1-all. I'm gonna go for 2-0. Rakov. Well done to them at home, but I don't think you're going to go to Portugal and get anything, so 2-0. Atalanta at home again, 2-0. Rangers rolled on by that home crowd, I think 2-1. Real Betis, Aris Limassol, 3-0. AK Marseille, people are saying Marseille to win. I disagree, I think it's going to be a tight draw. West Ham, Olympiacos, they're not going to lose twice in a row, 2-1. Freiburg, lastly, 2-0 I think against Bacha Topol. Marvellous. Okay, I'm going to switch to the Conference League. So, similarly, I did better this week. Not the best, but I did much better. Let's have a look at my scores before we predict. So, Fenerbahce, I said, would beat the Bulgarians Ludogorets 3-0. He was 3-1, and I played my booster, so 8 points to me. I did say that Aston Villa would draw, but they actually beat Alkmaar 4-1, which is quite surprising. Alkmaar's second in the Dutch division. I think Club Brugge would win against Lugano. I watched this match. Lugano nearly equalised at the end, but they basically didn't play the first half. They just started playing in the second half. And it's tricky for them because their stadium is so small that they have to go all the way to Zurich to play in a stadium that's not theirs with no fans. So that didn't help them. I said Balkani would beat Astana, but they lost at home 2-1. I said Gent would beat Breidablik, but not by that many. I said it'd be a draw between these two teams, but Klasvik, well done, 3-0 winners. And I said Lille would win, and they did. I said Nordsjælland would win, and I got the exact score against Spartak Trnava 2-0. I said PAOK would win, and they did, not by that score though. I said Frankfurt would win 1-0, 6-0 in the end. Frankfurt nearly beat Dortmund on the weekend, but let a 2-goal lead slip. Fiorentina beat Čukarički. I said 2-0, it was 6-0. I'm never going to predict a scoreline like that, though. It's quite disrespectful in a way, isn't it? I said Henk would draw 1-1. They did draw, but it was 0-0. Serinski, I said, would draw with Legia Warszawa. It was actually a win for Legia. Bodø Glimt, I said, would actually get a draw, but they beat Besiktas, which I am very shocked at. I said Dinamo would draw with the Czech team, Pilsen, and Pilsen actually won. Dinamo Zagreb, like third in their domestic league at the minute. Oh, apparently that one did go ahead. 0-0 between Maccabi Tel Aviv and Zorya Luhansk. Oh no, that's why I predicted it didn't go ahead. I see. Okay, shall we predict then? Astana Balkani. Well, based on the fact that Astana won away from home, Astana's last 5 matches, they've lost against Aktobe, but I think that they will win. I'm going to go for 1-0. North Sparta, I'm going to say another 2-0, excuse me. Frankfurt HJK. I'm going to say a 3-0. And I'm going to play my booster. It seems that Frankfurt was so good at home. Aberdeen Power. I love Aberdeen to do well in this competition, but away in Greece is very difficult. Čukarički, Fiorentina, 3-0, sorry. Ferencváros, Genk. I can see another draw. I'm going to say 0-0 again. Legia Żelinski at home. I can see them winning 2-0. Besiktas, I think, will be out for revenge, 2-0. Victoria Pilsen, Dinamo Zagreb. People think that Zagreb are going to win. I don't. I'm going to say 2-1. Ludogorets, Fenerbahce, eek. I think Fenerbahce are going to win easily. Aston Villa, Alkmaar, I think Aston Villa, they are in the groove at the minute, doing really well. Win for them. Club Brugge, Lugano, it'll be tight, but I think 2-0. Sorry, Luhansk, Tel Aviv, I don't think the game will go ahead, but if it were, I would say, sorry, are doing really badly domestically. They seem to be doing better in Europe, though. I'm going to say 2-1, but that's not going to happen. Breidablik, Gent, people are saying 2-0, I'll go with 2-0. Olympia Klaksvik. I don't think they can repeat it. I think it's going to be closer. I've seen Olympia play and they're quite tidy team actually. Can't score many goals though, so I think 1-1. And last one, Slovan Bratislava, Lille. I think Lille are like a good team waiting to work out how best to play. They haven't quite got there yet, but I think they can win this one. That's that. If you want to join this league, then look for the info in the box. I'm 11th. That's shocking. What's wrong with the rest of you? Johnny Clark, Jos and Gelly, well done. Oh, I was going to say, is it because there are only 11 of us? But no, there are more. I'm actually doing not so bad in the Conference League. I think it's because I like really random leagues more. And I know more about like Kazakh football than I do about the Premier League. Okay. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, click like, join the teams, predict, and do beat me. I would say try and beat me, but I'm terrible, so you will. And yeah, leave me a comment and let me know